upper levels are supported underneath by long colonnaded porticos. On the walls inside one of them are reliefs depicting Hatshepsut's divine conception. At Deir el-Bahri, the architect Senenmut succeeded in creating a one-of-a-kind temple for a very unique pharaoh. The project took 15 years to complete, years during which Hatshepsut's stepson Thutmose, the young pharaoh in waiting, quickly came of age. He would soon come knocking to claim his rightful throne. In order to retain her own power, Hatshepsut would launch a PR campaign to remind her subjects that she was descended from a god. And she would engineer a series of towering monuments to drive that message home. Obelisks advertising her link to her divine father, Amun-Ra.
The form of an obelisk is fairly simple. It is a tall, solid, four-sided tower with a pyramid-shaped tip carved from one piece of stone and decorated from top to bottom in carved relief. Now, at first glance, an obelisk may not seem like much of an engineering feat, but all things considered, it is one of the most stunning and artistic
obelisks originated, and where one still lies unfinished, carved out on three sides.
And one in New London.
At 137 feet long and weighing over 1,100 tons, I am standing on what would have been the world's largest obelisk had it been completed. It was abandoned when it was cracked, but today this obelisk can still give us a clear idea of how these things were quarried out. Now, workmen pounded away at this granite using a dolerite ball like this one. Dolerite is harder than granite, so if you pound hard enough and long enough, the dolerite will eventually chip away at it. To cut out an obelisk this big, experts figure it took about 130 men a full year. So can you imagine pounding and pounding and working for a full year of your life just to have the thing you're working on crack, and then you gotta walk away? Well, in one way they were lucky. They didn't have to move it.
Once an obelisk was finally freed from its granite foundation, the next challenge was to transport it, often hundreds of miles, to its final destination. To do this, Egypt's engineers turned to old reliable, the Nile, and used the yearly flood to their advantage.
The problem with transporting great stone blocks, statues, and obelisks would have been that these displaced an enormous amount of water, and the bottoms of the boats would, in various points along the Nile, have scraped